Here we go. Good afternoon. Welcome to Urban Renal Talk with Tamika and Steve.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our afternoon/evening show.
Yeah, I tell you, we've been having some serious issues behind the scene, and Tamika, I'm telling you, I believe in God. I believe in the Spirit is trying to, you know, stop us from putting out that information because it is life-saving information.
Right.
And we've been having technical difficulties up until this point. So we're working with our guests behind the scenes to get them on as quickly as possible.
Right.
But until then, we're going to keep the show going.
Okay.
How's everything going, Tamika?
Everything is good. I just wish I could just go in labor like now.
Oh yeah.
Tired. Just tired.
Tell our guests, how many weeks are you?
I am now 32 weeks, so I have a little while longer to go. I want it over with.
Right.
I'm ready to pop. I feel like
Yeah. So how's your week been? Are you off of work?
yes, I took maternity leave because working on the floor, it was too much for me, and it was a liability for the patients because
Uh-huh.
I wasn't able to do my job efficient. If it was like an emergency or something like that, I couldn't do anything for them. So,
Right. And that goes along with our topic tonight, just what you said. What does safe dialysis care looks like?
right.
And actually, that's what it looks like. I mean, you realize that it wasn't safe for the patients to be in that position as well as for yourself. But let me tell you, in the past, I've worked with employees who were expecting, and they worked up almost into the last minute.
I don't
And
know how.
and look, I worked back in the 90s. I won't call out her name. She doesn't do dialysis no more, but she's my Facebook friend. She was pregnant and she was getting ready to stick a patient and she passed out right on the patient.
Yes, I've had like that. I know when I was younger working dialysis, it was easier, but now that I'm older, trying to bend over and clean machines, I couldn't even clean the machines. I could barely do the cheers. That right there was safety issue number one. Like
Right.
infectious control. I couldn't properly do these things. And once I realized that I needed help doing it, and I couldn't keep asking the nurses, "Could you help me clean the machine? Can you help me clean the chair?" I felt like it was best for me to just take my leave of absence now. It's safer that way. And then
Right.
one of my patients almost passed out, and I'm trying to catch him, but I can only catch him but so much. So I can only give about 25% to my patient.
Welcome to mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's safer that way. And then one of my patients almost passed out. Yeah. And the patients wanted me to leave too, Steve. They got tired of seeing me struggle.
Right. Wow. So, as we still waiting for our guests to load up, um, Tamika, um, the topic, what does safe dialysis care look like? A patient named Brenda Grant out of Oakland, California, um, had put that on a poster board, and I saw it online, and she said, we get so used to accepting the way things are in our clinics that it's hard to know if we're getting safe dialysis care until it's too late.
True.
What do you think about that?
Yes, I do agree with her, but the thing about dialysis, it's not that it's not 100% safe care, is comfortable because you see the patients um, 3 times a week, so you have a type of rapport with them. So I wouldn't say it's unsafe. It's more so too familiar at times.
Yeah, I see that.
So yeah.
Yeah, Tamika.
It's
Um,
sometimes too too familiar. We see the patients so much they begin to be family that the initial precautions that we took before, we don't always take them. And I'm guilty of that myself.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still working behind the scenes with our guests, having technical difficulties with the application, getting them on.
Right.
Happens. So as you can see, we have a space there, but we don't have the guests. Yeah. Just to show our audience what we're dealing with behind the scenes.
Right.
Normally, we don't have any problems with our guests and having this issue, but all of a sudden tonight, when we have a great guest such as Dr. J. Donnell Carley, we're having these technical difficulties. So as he continues to work on that situation, we're going to continue with the show, and hopefully we can get some responses from our guests and respond to their questions as I talk about some of the dialysis safety checklist that Ms. Brenda was talking about in her ad. And one thing I know that a lot of stuff don't normally happen on this list we talked about last week was, say for instance, number one, scale and pre-treatment. That's the first topic, and then under that it says a caregiver escorted me from the lobby to the scale to check my weight. How often does that happen? I mean, it happens, but I think in small units opposed to big units.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like there needs to be a person, an escort, that can really help with this, because it's kind of hard going back and forth with the patient, and then you have a patient bleeding and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard, but we do still try walk everyone out. It's very important, because you notice at the end of the treatment, sometimes they bottom out. If you have them walk to the scale by themselves, they go right in the middle of the floor.
Right. Yeah. The second one under that had caregivers gave assistance to patients who cannot walk on their own.
Yes. We always give assistance to those that can't walk on their own.
So Sandy says, I'm sure some patients see how familiar and friendly some texts are to specific patients and maybe not to them.
Yes, Sandy. Sometimes they do, and they also get a little irritated with that. Me personally, I've had to back off some of my patients that I say are my family patients or whatever, because some of the patients don't like that, but then it's a certain aura that people have that you connect with, and some that you don't. So I try to keep it professional all the way around.
Right.
But it's hard. It's very hard, but I still do try.
Yeah. Same here. I try to do as best as I can when I was working. And most of you know I'm out on workman's comp, slipped and hurt my back. But when I was working, if you know how busy that is, Tamika, working as a nurse. Oh, we got him.
Got him. Awesome.
Yeah, we got our guest. Okay. Hey, there he goes.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Dr. Carley, great. Boy, I tell you, God is good. God is good.
Yes, he is.
Because tell our folks out there what we've been dealing with behind the scenes, brother.
Well, I had a stroke back in 2010. Couldn't talk at all. Couldn't walk. Paralyzed. From a nurse doing dialysis on me, put air my arm to my heart, to my brains. I was called for 6 months. After 6 months, I was in the hospital for 12 months. I was in the hospital twice. Doctor gave me up. I would make it. But 9 days, 8 years ago, now I'm living.
Wow. So, um, tell us, man, where did your story start from?
Say again.
How did your story begin in dialysis?
Hold on. Feedback. Hold on. Say one time, Steve.
I said, how did your journey start in dialysis?
I thought that was December the 3rd, 1979. I had the nerves nephritis. That's come from sinus infection. And from there, I was sick, real sick. I was going to college, and my first year in college, and I was working a job at nighttime. I got real sick. So the doctors they didn't know about the Dallas then, but I go to Albany, Georgia, 60-mile trip to Albany one way, and my mom took me there and back, and I was real sick. But I finally got. I'm sorry, I told to get my kidney transplant. My brother gave me my first kidney transplant in 1980. It's my first kidney transplant. My brother Eugene gave it to me, and that's for 12 years. But the virus I had from the sinus infection is in my body, so it killed after 12 years. It killed my kidney again. But another night going down was 3 years in. For 3 years, in 1995, I had my second transplant in the hospital. I'm gonna tell you, first transplant was in even they have a transplant team then. So
Can you move your
my
Can you move your camera back? You was good right there. There you
okay,
go.
even they have a transplant team then. I done at UAB in Alabama, Birmingham. My daughter Watcher gave my first transplant. Also, my second transplant too. 10 years after my transplant, he moved to Emory and started that program at Emory University. Um, and, um, and that's over 22 years. So I went down in 2014. I had lymphoma, and the chemo treatment I took for it killed my kidney in 2009. Killed my kidney. So I started in Dallas in 2010 and to 2011. No,
Wow.
2009. 2009. In 2010, I had my stroke. I was at Dallas and talking real good. I told the nurse she was on train. She could do that. She said, I'm an LPN, I know what I'm doing. And she and she pushed her air to my arm. I took the machine for half an hour, but 9:35 to 10:05 before anybody check on me. And she didn't know. So a news nurse said he had a stroke. My mouth was twisted all the way down there. I was drooling. I wasn't hurting. I was drooling though. And he called the doctor. He wasn't there. Called the doctor. He said, give me two liters of oxygen and send me home. Said to 7 o'clock that night. Well, excuse me. Well, 7 o'clock that night, I had to go home. I went sick to the hospital. I had another stroke in the car. A massive stroke in the car. He said he's not gonna make it. So he said just call him house in. But God said something different. I'm here today. I'm telling you, I've been through the meals, but I'm here. Of course, I sued the hospital and
It's crazy.
What happened to our guest? Hey, Tamika.
see,
Yes.
What happened?
While he was talking, I'm sorry, he disappeared.
Oh, okay, Dr. Carley.
He should be back momentarily.
Dr. Carley. I see him right there. This is live, y'all.
Things happen when we're live, but the thing is, we constantly keep the show going. So,
Yo, absolutely,
it's not
absolutely.
scripted or anything. It's just things happen. Period.
Hello? This is him on the phone.
Can you
He's
see?
calling me on the phone. I mean, this is live. Dr. Carley? I don't know what's going on. So let's continue with the show. Maybe he'll come back up.
Right.
Um,
He said he had an air embolism.
yes, this is Dr. Carley. I don't know. We lost you. We're still waiting. All right, try to come back on. We're gonna continue the show and continue to wait. There you go. There you go.
That awesome.
You was just there, and you left again. Okay. It's something weird going on, Tamika, but we got to continue the show because they got them down here like 8 guests are available.
Right. Yes, I've had that happen.
Okay. Dr. Carley, sign out your phone and try to go back in. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right. Not sure what happened, folks. Again, this is live and is unexpected.
Yes.
Unexpected. So, as we was talking, let's look here at some of the comments that we have. I have one here from June Kaufman. Thanks, June, for responding. She said, "Can you see that, Tamika?"
Yes. She's been in a wheelchair. That's extremely helpful. Just help me get up with as well as pleasant care. Awesome, as they should be, June. You know, we try to do our best. Not everyone is a bad apple. You know, there's always some bad apples, but we do try to do our best and treat patients the way they're supposed to be treated.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
on the flip side, too, the patients also have to respect us, too. You know,
Yeah.
Though it is our job, you know, it makes it easier when we're not called names or threatened and stuff like that. So, though they have this one paper about that, you know, there's reasons why a technician may not want to deal with a patient or something like that. So, yeah.
And in your experience, Tamika, have you run across that a lot?
Mm-hmm. Yep. If say like if I stick them in a new spot, well, Johnny Carter doesn't stick me in those new spots. Well, you have a huge aneurysm on your arm, so I have to go in these new spots. Well, I don't want you to touch me. You don't want me to touch you because I'm doing my job, and not a problem. But in the beginning, when I first started many, many moons ago, I would try to argue them my point. Then I just be like, okay, it's your arm, you're entitled to that, and I step away because that is their right.
Yeah, same here. I used to be the same as well. And meaning well, meaning really have what good intentions. But you're right. At the end of the day, that's that person's arm, and they're entitled to that. And as much as you try to help them to prevent, future aneurysms or future complications, you just can't get it across. It looks like we may have our guest back.
Okay.
Let's see. There we go.
He's back.
Hey, you back? What's going on over there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here.
What's going on?
Well, anyway, when I had a stroke, the nurse said she was doing, but she didn't know. I put her in court that she didn't know. She's been had been trained, didn't follow a protocol that caused me to have a stroke. So, he a lot of damage to me, but it's all right though.
So how did she give you the air in your arm? Was it through the fish? Was it through the needle?
It's through my graft, my arm.
Right.
I had an AB fistula. and she
Right.
puts her air through my arm.
What? Let me rephrase the question. Did she do it through the line? Like when she cannulated you, did she not bring all the blood all the way down, or was it air?
What happened? They were talking. From a group of nurses talking,
I couldn't see that. Yeah.
and the machine was buzzing. And I said, "You can't do what you're doing. The bag had run out of fluid,
Ran dry. Yep. There you go.
and she had air in the line. She put the air through my line. Of course, she said wasn't much air, but the protocol said no air.
Right.
So I was disconnected off. Sorry that, but then put the air to my arm and it went to my heart. When I tossed the nine, it come from my stroke hand. Yeah, I was right here. I had sepsis 3 times in the hospital. They were telling me down, but it wasn't a day. It wasn't a day.
You said
I
you had
told Carl,
sepsis 3 times?
huh?
You said you got sepsis 3 times?
3 times.
How did
3 times.
do you know how that was acquired? Did you have a catheter?
Yes, I did. I had a pin line. I also have a pin line in my stomach to feed me. A G and J2. But I was real sick.
Well, but thank God you pulled through.
Oh yes.
You know, thank God you pulled through. Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to not talk while you're putting patients on. Like, I don't have a whole lot of conversation when I'm putting my patients on because things just happen. You know, things
Well,
just happen.
they were talking. A group of nurses in the back talking and watching what they were doing, and she pushed that out to my arm. I told her you can't do that. She said, "Oh, I can do that. I can do that." And she pushed that out. I thought I was talking, but I stopped talking. I started having a jewel in my mouth.
Right.
I
Well,
know I felt kind of funny, but I wasn't hurting. I wasn't hurting at all.
right. Well, if that ever happens again, clamp that line. Clamp that arterial line.
Oh yes.
Whoever see air, just clamp the arterial line.
Without all the dialysis, so I thought that because I knew about the medical field, or EMP also with nursing school for 3 years, so I knew what to do, but I couldn't talk.
Right.
I got a chair, weighed myself, and I got a car. Had a massive stroke in my brains.
Did she still have a job afterwards?
Well, it transferred her to another home help. But no, but of course I sued him anyway.
Right.
So, but with no apologies.
Wow.
But a lot of places now, I told all the world teaching school. A lot of dialysis, I could get my treatment wherever it was in San Francisco, California, or San Diego, whatever. But it didn't matter to them. It didn't matter.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So, do you know on your first transplant, was it a cadaver? Was it someone you knew?
Yeah, my brother, my baby brother.
And how long did you say that transplant lasted?
12 years.
And what was the cause of the rejection?
Glomerulus nephritis. It come from my sinus infection.
So your sinus infection caused your second rejection?
Right. It's called Bright disease.
Wow.
The common name is Bright disease.
Right. What? Did that test your faith when that happened?
Did it? Yes. All my life I've been ministering around the country, teaching folks. I sing Georgia Mass Choir. I'm one of the founding members of Georgia Mass Choir. I sing with the Houston, and we had made the movie The Preacher Wife. But I couldn't talk. The time I had a stroke, couldn't talk. I was in a nurse home. I think hospice in. I was so disappointed. I was hurt. I was sick. I want to die. I want to die.
Mm.
I felt giving up. The mom said, "No, don't give up.
Right.
Too much to work for to suffer less."
Yep.
Devil play in my mind, tell me, "Go ahead and die. Well, don't want to miss you, but I'm here. I'm here.
Mm.
I love my
Amen.
church yourself."
Mm.
So I was a motivated speaker. Got paid to be a motivated speaker, but now I do not but now my throat is like damaged.
Right.
But I'm here. I'm here though. I'm here.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely, brother. You're here today. And I thank
Yes,
God that we cross paths.
Mm.
And
yes,
that's
sir.
how
Thank
this
you.
ministry works. You know, Tamika, we come a long way, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I'm in
absolutely.
Thomasville, Georgia.
very Steve.
Yeah. And so, Dr. Carley,
Yes,
um,
huh?
so how's your transplant doing now? When was the last time you had your checkup?
Last month, 0.1.
That's good.
Good.
Wow. Wow.
Be in 15.
Okay.
So Dr. Carley,
Yes,
before we had you on, me and Tamika was talking about a lady named Brenda Grant out in Oakland. She's a patient, and she had something online or a cardboard that said, "What does safe dialysis care look like?" And then she wrote under there, "We get so used to accepting the way things are in our clinic that it's hard to know if we're getting safe dialysis care until it's too late." Do you feel like that happened in your situation?
it does. It does all the time. Most nurses they care, but some of the nurses don't care at all. They're waiting. Yes, when you get dialysis, you should already share waiting for you. But instead of that, they messing around, talking, gossiping, eating, going to the bathroom, taking breaks. I've been in a lot of clinics that only one person in the whole dialysis, a nursing that's not son. They don't care. But to me, safe dialysis means caring. What's your job? A lot of them don't care about it, so they don't care. Um, cleanliness is another thing. Share the chair. Sometimes your chair's not clean, and sometimes they are clean. It depends on the mood of the nurses or the techs coming in. One thing I'll tell you about. One thing I'll tell you about. One thing, a lot of techs think they're nurses. That's why nurses go to school to be called for being nurses. We have some techs that want to be take charge over the Dallas place, and a lot of do it. Um, it's not a unsafe place to go sometimes. I've been a lot of clinics around the United States that I would never go back to because it's so unsafe for me.
Right.
Supposed to washing
Give
their
us an
head,
example.
washing their hands, washing their hands first thing. Send a tick over there to change a catheter in your chest. No chest to be changed a catheter in your chest. Now Georgia is a law. You could do dialysis, but you can't hook them up or take them off with a catheter. Now stick them in their graft or your AP allergy, but not in your catheter.
Right.
You're correct. I used to work in Atlanta, where I used to work in
Right.
Dalton, Georgia, and the techs couldn't give heparin, and they couldn't do the catheter care as well
Right. It's like that in
Right.
Jersey.
Go ahead.
in Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey.
But
So continue on, Dr. Carley.
a bunch of techs don't care. They play games and that. They don't care. But I know when I do that, I never go to sleep. I'll watch them. Because that's my line. If I don't watch my line, then who gonna watch out for me? So I learned a long time ago, be careful and watch everybody, Dallas, because you get jerked real easily. And
So
don't let nobody use their hand. Put gloves on. Put gloves on.
so let me
You'll find
ask
out.
you, have you ever experienced or seen at a clinic machine alarming and um, technicians or caregivers hesitated or took their time in resetting the alarm or not
Sure.
setting the alarm in a timely fashion?
Yeah, sure. If I had a stroke, they were talking, gossiping in the back. I called them and called them, they come. She finally came. Oh, she did. We saw the bad was itching. I said, no, it isn't. First, she pushed the rug. It won't start back because it came on beacon. I said, it's out of fluid. Every bag had air in the bag. The air was in the line. Instead of taking them out of the machine and following the protocol, she didn't do that. She pushed the air to got another bag, cut it to next to the bag to the lines, and pushed the air to me.
Time to bed.
Oh, so she was trying. Did she even try to put a syringe to get the air out of the dog?
No. She said she saw something, but it wasn't much. How can you measure air?
So she put
Wow.
air into the arterial line, Steve. When most
Right. Yeah.
saline, when she swallows the bag. Remember, we used to do that. Well, not we weren't supposed to do it. We used to let gravity do it.
Right. Right. I know exactly what you talk about.
Yeah.
And Tamika, one thing, Tamika, she even squeezed the bag.
Yeah.
She was squeezing the bag. I complained to doctors about 3 months of that happened to me. They're killing people out there. He didn't believe he didn't ask about it. It happened to me.
Wow.
I see nurses just come in and they try to stick you stuff and they call your arm, have a hand full of blood. They can't, no gloves. I would wear gloves for my own safety, but they didn't wear them. They didn't wear them. So now the hospital is they're supposed to come out to DeVita now. DeVita running that. The hospital after I sued them, they sold the company to DeVita. So DeVita running now.
Wow. Wow. So after that incident, did you go back to another? Did you go to another facility?
No, I couldn't, because the insurance won't pay for me to go to. So I at the hospital had to go with them. I said like 2 weeks, and the doctor came in and told me. He called me and said he put me out of the clinic and said because I intimidated the nurses, I couldn't talk. I walk. I had a wheelchair. So I couldn't talk or walk. He put me out and said, "Don't come out no more." Oh, that's on Monday. So that Wednesday I go back in. So social worker came in and said, "Dr. Carley, why are you here?" I said, "Where am I go at? I need my dialysis." She said, "Well, they want you here." I said, "What?" He said, "They want you here." I said, "Well, I got my dialysis." So they said, "Friday, get somebody to go." So my doctor, a doctor I worked for years ago, I used to be a counselor with dialysis. So I knew about dialysis. He told me, come there Friday. He had my insurance to run through, and he was going to come there Friday. So I didn't go back no more. That's a facility. That's a good clinic.
Is this
My
in
mom, when I
Georgia?
was 9. I did. I changed the clinic because he put me out, so come out no more. So I went to court. I told him in court what happened to me. He said, I didn't know. So I wrote to Southern District Kennedy Foundation. They cited him for doing that. So he had 6 months leave of absence from the job. They told him he was 6 months ago, but he's still working now. But nobody want him.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just was in
So
a real jacked up place. You shouldn't even been there.
I'm about 25 miles from Tallahassee, Florida. Yeah,
Is this a lot of? You in Gainesville, Georgia?
I'm in Thomasville, Georgia. Thomasville.
Oh,
I'm
I've been
15
from
miles
Gainesville.
No, I'm 15 miles from Tallahassee, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
FSU and FAMU country.
Okay, you said Thomasville, Georgia. I mean Thomasville,
Yes,
Georgia, right?
yeah, Thomasville.
Okay, I got it. So look, tell us, is it a lot of facilities, dialysis facilities in your area in Thomasville?
We have two facilities downtown, and the one that right that's so good. It's called DeVita now, but the hospital still own that facility. They lease that to DeVita.
How many chairs is it?
In the clinic I was in, 56, and the one I went to after I left there, 16 per shift. They were about 3 or 4 shifts.
You said 56, the first one?
The first one, 56.
Sheesh.
And the last one, go ahead.
So, Tamika.
Jesus.
Hey, Tamika.
Yes.
So look, that makes sense. And when I say it makes sense, meaning that's why they don't have a lot of small ones, because they had that large one. And if you run 3 shifts 6 times a week, 6 days a week, let's just round it off to say 60 chairs, 3 shifts. You're talking about 180 patients a day. And then if that's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, how many on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday?
Right, but then even get the call out ratio. So when they're short, it's crazy in there.
Oh yeah, Dr. Carley, have you ever seen that in any of the units that you work short of staff shortage?
Yeah, all the time. So the head nurse coming at work too, because they short. You might have 2 or 3 folks out. Rob was each one of the nurses have 4 patients apiece, and some of that just go with my head. So whenever they go to lunch, you got 1 person on the whole floor.
That's crazy. That's
I've been there.
Patients. That's just
Tamika, what's the ratio in Philadelphia? Isn't it 4?
4 to 1. I'm sorry. That's just so disturbing with all them people.
Well, Tamika, I know someone who worked out in North Carolina, and their ratio was like 7 to 1.
That can't. That's not even safe.
I was in Oakland, California, about 9 years ago, getting dialysis because I taught a class out there, and it's a large facility. They had about 10 patients per person, per nurse, all RNs, bro.
Right. So Dr. Carley, we have Sandy Sailors. She's from New York, but she goes to a facility that has 25 chairs. There's 4 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 shifts. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 3 shifts, and always short on staff for the first shift and second shift. So did you experience that as well?
I have.
So here, Mrs. Kaufman, June Kaufman in Raleigh, see, I told you, Tamika, in Raleigh, North Carolina, is 6 to 1.
Nope. Sorry. That's
Dr. Carley, do you think that's safe to have 6 to 1 patient ratio?
It's not. So give me a scenario. Suppose somebody gets sick on the machine. And the nurse will say all day with that 1 person. Go do work. It happens. I didn't fuss about being late going to the machine because sometimes you have to wait. Because folks get sick on the scene. I rather than wait on them than let them die. But it happens. 2 minutes patients for nurses. And Medicare pay good.
First of all,
Medicare pay good. Medicare insurance company and Medicaid, they build the clinics like no, if you don't get dialysis, you die. Point blank.
Right.
So if you want dialysis, you have to go to them. You have no choice.
That is crazy.
Yeah, Dr. Carley, let me just interject. Just me being a healthcare provider, I have myself worked under conditions that was understaffed, and we found ourselves in uh, pretty much having people's lives jeopardized because of the situation we found ourselves in. And it happens. It does. People call out, and then when they call out, you have to pick up uh, their patient load, and you're rushing because you're trying to get your patients on, and because their patients are sitting there waiting, and it just creates that environment. And I wish I knew the answer to make it a lot more safer, but the way these companies create their business model, they almost kind of put you between a rock and a hard shell in some incidents.
It's like a fact.
What they say, Steve, you said Russian. That's a wrong word to use, Russian. That's about a lie. Anything you do is to kill somebody in the machine. You can't rush on dialysis. You can't do it. You can't do it. I told over and over, you can't do it.
Right.
You cannot do it. If you rush, you make a mistake. It's about a lie. You cause somebody a lie.
Right.
How can you live yourself if you make a mistake?
Right. And that's why that 6-to-1 ratio is crazy, because
it's too much. Too much.
You're going to forget baths. You're going to forget heparin. You may not put all the prescription in right. The sodium may be off. Like, there's so many different things that can go wrong with me being a technician, that I know that right there is just too much. That's just too much.
Tamika, I've seen the soda at the back, the soda ride, or the fluid in the ride machine that make more fluid. I've seen on dialysis crabbing because they need sodium. I see put too hard. All the folks put too hard on dialysis. I've seen folks rushing to get through, go to break, or somebody waiting to go to lunch. I've seen the whole gamut. I'm telling you, unsafe. Dialysis is not designed to be unsafe. It's designed to help you out. But why go to dialysis? You get killed on dialysis because folks don't because that's caring. How you feel your mama go to dialysis? Your mama or your daddy go to dialysis, get killed on dialysis because you weren't paying attention or rushing. It happens. I see people coming dialysis. They're alive at too. Most of the nurses in Texas will take up each other. Even though they didn't know it's wrong, they take it from. I see walking dialysis.
What?
That morning and that afternoon on a stretcher, they died. Now that's the first kid I went to. I saw it happen.
Right.
I was talking, and for after a while.
Right.
I mean, you can see it. If it's small, you can look around and see what happened.
Right. So, Tamika, I just wanted to address this that Sandy wrote. If she says center shifts 1 and 2 for 10 chairs, 2 techs and 1 nurse. They call that team nursing. And basically, they used to do it. I worked for this agency, and we worked in Pennsylvania. Team nursing is you can have 12 patients in the section and have maybe 2 techs and a nurse, and between y'all 3, y'all gonna take care of those 12 patients. I mean, they try to get around every way they can to save on manpower and that money. And create that environment.
Corporate.
That's it.
Corporate.
So with that team nursing, what if a technician call out and they don't call the agency? Then what?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. Everybody pitches in. I mean, that's pretty much what happens.
Right, but it's not safe. Things happen.
Absolutely.
When there's a cold, a lot of technicians or nurses come from the other side. So you're already short. Now you got most of the staff trying to save someone and a sprinkle of staff out on the floor.
Right. So, Dr. Carley.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you. This was part of this checklist from Mrs. Brenda Garner. I believe that was her name. So let me ask you, did you experience this? So patients were checked on regularly, and patients were quickly and calls were quickly answered. Did you
At the
have
first,
it? Go ahead.
go ahead. At
No,
the
I was
second
saying,
clinic, at the second clinic I had it, but the first clinic, no, I didn't have it.
wow, wow.
Matter of fact, we stay so close to each other. We have each other at. Well, we half of somebody, a nurse come and help us because somebody got sick, you know, touch and fell to deaf ears.
Did you experience any bed bugs or the facility?
No, never.
Never.
I found no, I found 12 chairs that were very uncomfortable, but not bed bugs.
Yeah, we had that experience here in Baltimore.
Oh my God.
So Sandy says again, and their center is located in an affluent area of Manhattan, and it's affiliated with the hospital about 10 blocks away from the center. So Sandy, she gets her treatment up in Manhattan, you know, New York, and this problem is all around with the shortage and understaffing, and I believe they're putting up too many clinics and don't have the proper trained personnel, or when they do, they bring them in. They're kind of like almost fast tracking the situation.
Like they build a hospital more bigger, but no nurses to run it. Okay, no staff to run it, but you got a big house, nice hospital, and the aides be talking all kind of ways to folks. My mom was in the hospital last 2 weeks ago, and she called for a nurse. Master brother called for a nurse. Said, "We told you to call us. We have a meeting." She 86 years old. He said, "We have a meeting. Why you came up with Master Button?" Same with Dallas, the same thing. But now she go clear downtown. They're very nice to her. They're very nice to her. Called facilities. But
Wow.
I know it happens. At the hospital, Dallas, man. So yeah, Division 9 work at the hospital. And every day a different nurse in the place.
Wow.
And really, I don't like other folks with me. I want my same nurse with me. But you can't do that.
Right.
But downtown, the same nurses with you every day.
Yeah. I even have June Kaufman. She's from Raleigh. She says if there was any situation we had to call on our tech or nurse, and since they were understaffed, it took some time for them to respond.
Wow.
And so, I mean, that's almost, I don't want to say terrifying, but I mean, Dr. Carley, I mean, if something goes on, just like with your situation with the air, and you trying to call, and they understaffed, and it takes their time. I mean, you could have died.
What the protocol said, call the ambulance. When you thought I had a stroke, call the ambulance. They didn't call. They sent me over to die. Understaffed, the head nurse wasn't there, the charge he wasn't there, charge nurse wasn't there, but the LPNs and 2 hours there, 50 patients. They didn't call nobody. Told me to go home and lay down. That's called told me to go home and lay down. If I was home, I'd have been dead.
They told you to go home and lay down.
Lay down. And knew I had a stroke. My mouth was twisted all the way down. I was drooling. I didn't even say my name. They called him. But the protocol said was called. They called.
Did you request them to call?
No, because I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk at all. Well, nothing come out of my mouth. It took me a year and a half to get my speech back. This is the best I can talk now. I quit my job. I couldn't talk.
My God.
And tried to blame me and said I had a seizure, but I never had a seizure. Never had a seizure. That said, Doctor came to see me in the hospital by 8 o'clock. I had it over 9:30 that morning. Hospital came to the hospital at about 10 o'clock that night. Tried to give me some water. I did choke death. I did choke in the hospital. I'm telling you.
I'm sorry to hear that happen to you, brother.
But I'm here. I'm here. Blessed.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Blessed.
Only through the grace of God. Wow.
But
Wow.
it happens. Then he had a nurse tell me, don't come out no more.
Wow.
So
So
we had a meeting with the hospital staff. He said, if I take them, they will cancel the meeting. But I take them. And so I played my tape in the court. They couldn't believe it.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
I was listening, and anytime you have a mental status change, that's automatically you get sent to the hospital. So I don't know their protocol, but for our patients, if they have a mental status change where they're unable to talk or they're not the same as when they came in, we don't let them go home.
It happened to me. They didn't call them out. They didn't follow the protocol. That's why I stood on the ground. They didn't follow the protocol. The girl didn't know. She's a young girl. She didn't know the protocol. What was that? That was a hag.
I'm wondering, are these things happening because they're in small areas and not big cities like Philadelphia?
No,
Where
it's not that deep. No, it's on the border of Texas and Florida. It's Thomasville, Georgia. Possibly about 60,000 people. 60,000 people. But it happened. Not facilities. It happened.
Yeah, I've been working in dialysis since the end of '98, and I'm really stuck right now.
A lot of folks said they can't take it because it's so touchy. Because anything you do, you can kiss my instantly. It happened. It happened.
Yeah,
My boy time, I used to be a motivated speaker. Also, I used to be a DJ. I made money my voice, but now I can't do that because it's happening.
and you used to be a singer you're a singer too, right?
Yeah, but what the picture wife? Yeah.
it's really disturbing. Just all
Absolutely.
that you went through, and then looking at the patient ratios and. I'm
Oh, we lost our guest.
Steve, I'm so sorry we lost our guest. I'm just so done from what he was saying and looking at the ratio, the patients and the technicians, and it's dangerous. Like, you can't have all those patients on that one technician and the nurse and stuff like that. Too many things happen in the unit so fast.
I know. I feel the same way as you do, and I haven't been back to work. I haven't been to work since July, and I'm supposed to go back under restrictions. But I mean, that's ridiculous. That's how important this work is. That's how important this work is, Tamika. And it even comes to the part of now advocacy inside of dialysis unit to make sure patients are getting safe treatment. But you wouldn't know because if you're not working inside the big corporations, you know people. It's almost like with the police department and other cliques that you know serve, and there's always this blue wall up, or but it's ridiculous.
And it's
It's,
sad. It's sad, B, because so many patients are in jeopardy with these kind of patient ratios and treatment. Like, there's no way that he should have went home. First of all, they should have put him to his left side. Like, he should.
exactly.
Like, there's just so much that should have been done before they even did.
And Tamika, the good thing about our ministry, out of this whole situation, we may not be suffering from the disease, but we emphasize with our patient population, and we know the behind the scenes and know exactly what is supposed to be done the right way. So if someone comes and present a situation, at least we could give them a professional answer from our experience.
Right. But it's frustrating, Steve. Like it's so frustrating for me being a technician hearing stuff like this. Like that's crazy because I know how rough it is on a floor with 4 patients. 6 patients, I'm quitting. Like there's no way that I'm going to take on 6 patients and I'm only one person. No, because that last 90 minutes of your treatment is critical. You got machines going off and blood pressure dropping and sugar dropping and people have to go to the bathroom and it's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah, we had Dr. Carley back. Welcome back, Dr. Carley.
Okay, and another thing too, the doctor said when he kind of had a stroke, he said, well, he had a lot of problems. He didn't have no problems with kidneys. Don't have heart problems, nothing on me with kidneys. He lied on oath.
Wow. 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 So you really had a battle. I mean, basically it sounded like you was in a David and a Goliath situation.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
And you came out on top.
I did.
Amen.
I thank God for it. That's why I serve him. Every day I serve him.
Wow.
No choice.
Wow. And I mean, you didn't expect none of that. You got diagnosed, you was going to your treatment, doing what you're supposed to do. And just like with this statement with Mrs. Brenda talked about, is you go there every day to dialysis, and every day it's the same thing, thinking that you getting safe care, not knowing if someone's doing a shortcut, or if your bag runs dry, or someone forgets to give you your medication, or someone doesn't set your goal and turn the machine on to start pulling off and realizes hour before they come off that they didn't set the UF rate. I mean, these things happen. These things happen.
So Steve, I have some. So do you think it'll work if the patients had a treatment checklist that they check off?
Yeah, that's what I was reading from, was a checklist that Mrs. Brenda put together, and I was looking for it, and it has certain checkoffs, but like pre-dialysis, during the treatment, post-dialysis. One thing they had for post-dialysis is that before the needles were poured, that patients' blood pressure were being checked.
Well, I have something against that right there. Like that first needle, like so you as soon as the patient get off the machine, I don't think the best thing to do is to have them jump up and take their blood pressure. That's just me personally because I done seen too many incidents where the blood pressure drops. So as soon as you rinse them back, okay, well now they have to jump up and stand up. No. Like let them sit there for a minute and then do that. Pull one needle and then you have them stand up. Don't strip your machine and have them stand up then because things happen. Listen,
Okay, so Tamika, let me ask you this. So part of this safety checklist, uh, she had a transition time, and under transition time there were 5 bullets. The first one was, I felt ready to go physically before I left the dialysis station. Bleach and other cleaning solutions were used to sterilize the dialysis stations between patients, and clean stations and chairs were dry before I sat down. Now, let me just say this. I don't know about you, but I have worked at units, PRN, and seen pretty much technicians kind of almost hurry the person out of the chair because
Yes.
they was waiting to put the next person in so they didn't get behind. And then I seen um, people clean the chairs and have people come in and it's still wet
And
with
they,
bleach
mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So I mean, it doesn't happen everywhere, but it does happen.
Right.
And I believe it happens because of, I always said this, because of the environment that the company creates to almost get patients in, get the treatment, and get them off. Because one thing that I do know is that I talked to an accountant that used to work for Fresenius when I was in Texas going through the Small Business Association. He was a retired accountant for the company, and he worked for the SBA, and he helped, far as whatever you was into, they had people to respond. Where I was able to talk to this guy, he told me, and this was 2008, that in order for these companies to make money, those machines had to be running. It can't be no machines down. So that's why if a patient comes off early, they try to call somebody, bring them in, and fill that chair. Have you experienced that, Dr. Carley?
I have. It happens, but you know what? I have. It happens, but a lot of times, I get feedback. I get some. A lot of times, the patients won't come to dialysis. They get other patients come. They say, you come later on, because it's money. But mom always told me that watch. As well as pray. Watch. I know that they do that. Rush you in, rush you out. Slow bring you in, then get there. You gotta go spend when they chair. You gotta go down to something, And they do that. They do a lot of times.
Right. And here, Kelly Ray, she's right. She says standing pressure should be the second before you're ready to go out the door. And if you're not ready, you get pulled to the side and chairs are swapped out.
It doesn't happen.
Absolutely, Kel. And you
But
know what else happens, Tamika? If someone hasn't finished bleeding, they will move the chair to the side and then pull another chair and leave that person waiting for a while. And then they put the other patient on. And that's not fair to the first patient because you
I think that's done.
their treatment first and get them discharged before you bring somebody else instead of trying to go back and forth. And that's where the infection control comes in, the mistakes, because you're rushing trying to get this person out and get this person on. And that's what's happening.
I seen blood on
I
the
prefer
floor, in the
love
chair.
the way Kelly said do them. That's the way we used to do them. But now the new thing is you stand the patient up, they get off the machine, you stand them up, and the needles are still in. And I don't do it like that. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Right.
Hey, Steve,
Yes, sir.
I seen blood on the floors, in chairs, in the waiting room, everywhere. Because patients still bleeding, and they didn't clean it up. They didn't clean it right in. I seen it, my own eyes. I
And
never used the
another
bathroom.
Steve that no one talks about is that treatment door being sanitized. Because sometimes when the patients start bleeding at the scale, they'll go touch that door, and then everyone behind that patient has touched that door also.
I seen them
Wow.
bleeding, get a napkin and wipe up blood, keep on going. No bleach, no bleach.
Nope, I bleach it. When I go to the door, I bleach that door every
But
time.
the second clinic I went to, they do that. But the first one, never did it. And
Wow.
we're first the patient about bleeding.
Right. Right. So how do we, Dr. Carley, what are suggestions on how we tackle these issues that plague a lot of these dialysis clinics? Where do we
A
start?
lot, a lot of clinics have 2 or 3 checks instead of a whole shoe sex. Instead of RNs go to school to be an RN. Even LPNs go to school to be an LPN. But train your checks with somebody certified, not nobody that's coming as a piece set job.
Well,
I know.
Dr. Carley, on the fence of the technicians, a lot of times we train the nurse. We train them to do dialysis. Sometimes it
I
don't be
know.
a nurse training a nurse. It be a technician training a nurse, and the
I
nurse
know it.
training on meds.
Just that. I know now. I got a fantastic tech in my mom's clinic. She trains the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
She's good, real good, real good. But see, now the nurses come out of school. They have big book sense, not common sense.
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have the knowledge that we have, being in the field 20 years, and you're just coming out of school. So sometimes
Right.
a little of us, I don't do it because I try to stay in my lane. But
Okay. Tamika,
yes,
what do you think about this? June Carpenter says hire more staff.
that would be nice, but they're not going to hire more staff. They're not going
You
to
forget
hire.
you forget that.
Nope. And they have temp agencies, and they don't even want to call temp agencies when someone calls out. They just put it on the next person. They put it on the nurse until the nurses start complaining, and then maybe things would change. But it has to come from the higher up.
I was in Georgia years ago, back in '79, and they had text sticking to patients, but they never connected the machines because to make sure the air was in the machine. They stopped that. Even the text now, they like someone give medicine. Not in Georgia, that's against the rule, but they do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, Dr. Carley, we're kind of running down, our time. We definitely appreciate you being here, but
You're welcome.
let me ask you, being all that you went through with your dialysis and where you're at now, what words of wisdom or what could you share with people watching about your story that maybe could help them and where they at, or they may be experiencing a lot of this, what we've been talking about tonight? What words of wisdom could you leave them with?
Use your common sense. Watch as well as pray. Make sure stop going to sleep. All folks come in jobs to go to sleep right in. Come in, be ready to go to sleep. Watch, because you don't watch, who's going to watch out for you. But you use common sense. You know what's right and wrong.
Right.
If you want to do it yourself, don't do it to me.
Right.
But my final word would be use your common sense.
Wow. Appreciate that.
This
Appreciate
is my
that.
mom in the background said, watch us well as pray.
Yeah.
she don't doubt us.
Back on what he's saying, I think that if the patients are their own advocates and if they understand the treatment of what goes on, then it won't be so many issues if the patients are more aware of what's going on.
Sure. Ask questions. Ask questions.
Ask
A lot of questions.
questions.
Okay, if you get time, ask questions because you deserve that. You deserve that.
But also,
Wow.
checks should be educating the patients too. Why are we
Right.
doing the meter? Before anyone puts you on, ask them, what's the Venus meter check? Is your heparin the right prescription? Like, ask questions.
Absolutely.
A
I
lot of time,
agree.
I don't
I
mind.
agree.
a lot of time now, I teach this patients say, look at the machine. Make sure to turn the machine like you so you can see the machine yourself.
Right. Turn the machine to it's okay
For
to
you,
ask questions. You have to ask questions.
what's your
Absolutely.
goal weight? What's your goal weight? What's
Right.
your yard weight? You know, they don't know. They don't know. Just teach them.
Right.
See, remember, a lot of folks that come from low income families, neighborhoods. They don't know. They just don't know. It is not a bad word to say, but tell your own self your condition.
Right.
Put in your mouth, and put in your arms also.
Right.
Right.
And the new patient package, they should have something that's going to help you understand their treatment. When you first get on, you should know the technician do this. You should notice the nurse give assessment a half an hour after you've been on, or this, that, and the other. You know, there can be different ways to change it. Just someone has to change it.
Tamika, you got a point there, but bear in mind, a lot of us can't read. They can't read.
Right.
Get a nurse to come and explain to you what you're going through. Because that is something else. It's a big situation.
Right.
Life and death.
Absolutely. We agree. We agree.
TVs are always on. They can create a skit on what your treatment is supposed to look like.
They won't do it. They won't do it. It's too much. It's too much safety or common sense. They won't do it. Not the patient. The citizens.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Let me just put one comment up before we leave. I thought this was very interesting from June Kaufman.
I don't see it.
So, Dr. Carley, we had a comment from one of our audience that's watching, June Kaufman, and she said one thing: I would never go on dialysis again. Apparently, she should have a transplant and have that in her advanced directives. What do you think about that? I mean, I know to each his own, but I mean, is it that bad?
It can be some places, but never give up. Never give up.
Right.
It's hope. If you one place don't you right, go another place. You got this other place to go. The doctor put me out one place, I'm in another place.
Mm-hmm.
Think I had it. I just drive 60 miles one way to get the dialysis. Never miss an appointment because it's for my life.
Right.
Never give up. Never give up.
Great.
There's hope.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we end our broadcast?
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you. All my friends that watching me, thank you. I love to share my story with you again. So call me anything you need, call me, okay?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be talking to you behind the scenes, most definitely.
Thank you.
It doesn't stop here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Well, Tamika, next week we're going to be talking about infection control. So I hope we can get somebody on there that may been exposed to some infection control. Maybe bring Dr. Carley back as one of the guests.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Think about that door situation when the patients start bleeding and they stop bleeding. A lot of times they don't go wash their hands. What they do, they go straight to the door and the bathroom door. That bathroom door also needs to be sanitized because not everyone washes their hands.
Right. I agree. And I think that should be something
you're right.
That one of the highlights that we should talk about next week, to make about that, because if you just said it, I mean, I haven't seen nothing on social media, no groups or anybody talking about that. So that's very important. Now realize that then the flu season is coming up too. So you got to really be careful now.
Yes. And especially if you have an isolation station and the patient was bleeding and he's not here and he go touch that main door.
Right.
Tamika, by that, the place I went to, they have isolation stations. They didn't have it.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody's missing together. So you know what? A good point. That they wash your hands and put gloves on.
Yes. Yes, it's so important to wash your hands, patient and staff. But especially before you leave out the unit, you're supposed to wash your hands.
I've seen nurses leave one patient and wait on you with their hands on your shot, you know.
I agree. I agree.
So we'll touch more on this next week.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Hey, Dr. Carley, thank you. We definitely appreciate having you on the show. Again, Dr. J. Donnell Carley, we appreciate your service and taking the time and talking with us.
Yes.
Thank you all.
All right. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Until next week, we'll see you then. See you, Tamika. I'll be talking with you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.